video, we're going to look at invoicing an order. To get started, click into the opportunity that you want to invoice and scroll down to Actions on the right-hand side. From here, select the option to Invoice Opportunity. The pop-up helps us determine how we want the invoice to look. The first section refers to the level of detail that we want to show in this invoice, from listing every item to just showing the group totals to showing the full total with no line item detailing. The second set of options is whether you want to raise a full 100% invoice or if you want to create a part invoice, which can be used if you want to take a deposit or instalment payments. With part invoices, you can type in the percentage you want to take, or alternatively, input a numerical amount. Once the part invoice has been created, we can go ahead and create a final invoice, which will be for the remaining balance left. For today, we're just going to go ahead and create a 100% standard invoice. This creates a draft invoice where we can sanity check. If the invoice is not as expected, you can make amendments at this point before proceeding. Once we're happy with the draft invoice, we can issue the invoice under Actions. This will assign an invoice number, which you can set up in your system to follow on from your existing numbering sequence. If you want to set your numbering sequence up, please watch the earlier video on how to configure this. From here, we can generate an invoice document to send over to the customer by scrolling down to Print. Just like with all the documents in Current RMS, this can be altered to look how you want. We can send invoice documents to the customer in a similar way to how you can send a quote. This can be done by printing the invoice out and handing it to the customer as a paper copy, downloading the invoice as a PDF and sending it through an external email, or using discussions to send it as an email directly through Current. Now we can look at posting this invoice over to our account solution. Whilst this video shows QuickBooks Online, this process will also work with Xero, Sage Business Cloud, and MYOB. Posting the invoice will pick the invoice up and move it over into your accounting software. If we want to view the invoice in the accounts package, we can click into QuickBooks Invoice, and it will take us through to the invoice in the accounting software. Just to note here, as the accounting software is behind a login screen, someone without access to the accounting software won't be able to log in to view these details. Therefore, if someone has access to Current RMS but not to your accounting software, their access to this page will be prevented. Once logged in, we will be able to view the itemised invoice along with the due date and other information about the opportunity. On the items list within Current RMS, we can see that we have the MacBook, the cable, the mouse, a cable and a loudspeaker, and all of the other products there. If we open up the invoice on QuickBooks, we can see it has pulled the data through. So we have the MacBook, the cable, the mouse, the cable again, and a loudspeaker, and then all of the other products that we've added to that opportunity. In the previous video, we went through setting up your accounts package and spoke about the revenue mapping. To follow on from this, we can see here that when this invoice gets sent over to QuickBooks, the revenue is mapped to the chosen revenue. For example, we can see that this loudspeaker has gone through to production revenue. From here, any payments can be taken from your accounting software, and they will be pushed back into Current RMS. A live status for this will show down on the right-hand side of the invoice. This status will be updated as we receive payments, allowing us to see what balance is outstanding.